We all want to look younger, but there are so many ways that we go wrong when we decide what to do to improve our appearance.
Drink that potion, and you'll never grow even one day older. Don't drink it, and continue to watch yourself rot.
How much is it?
So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 of the most common mistakes that people make when they want to look younger. And this is advice from a real board-certified holistic plastic surgeon. Now, I'm a big fan of injectable fillers. In my office, we inject patients every day with injectable filler with great results. So how can filler go wrong? Well, it really is a case of a little goes a long way when you talk about filler. Now, back in 2004, I was a co-author of a paper called The Volumetric Facelift, and this was published in the Aesthetic Surgery Journal. And this was one of the first articles that truly explained aging as a 3-dimensional process. And back then we described how adding volume into the face can make the face look younger. Now, previously, plastic surgeons looked at aging as more of a 2-dimensional process. Things dropped and you lifted them up. So in this paper, we described how injecting fat into the cheeks can help revolumize the face and make the face look younger. Well, like what often happens in plastic surgery, sometimes a good thing taken too far can become a bad thing. And plastic surgeons and dermatologists and other doctors started injecting filler and fat into faces excessively. And this has especially gotten bad over the last several years, as you can see celebrities who have overfilled pillow faces. Now, unfortunately, this has caused a lot of people to be afraid that even if they get a little bit of filler, they're going to look like a real housewife of Beverly Hills or Orange County. But the truth is that if you inject a little bit of filler, it can really help make a nice change to the appearance of the face, especially into the cheek areas. Now, there are 2 areas of the face that in general do well with just a touch of conservative filler. The front of the cheeks, where the cheeks can often lose volume, as well as the cheekbone areas that can help to actually create a bit of a lifting effect of the cheek. If you're considering getting facial fillers, what I would recommend is to start with those areas and start with as little as a half to 1 syringe of filler on each side. That's going to create usually enough of a change that you can see a nice result, but not so much that you're going to become way overfilled and weird looking. The Koreans caused a skincare revolution by creating these multi-step skincare routines. And there are people on YouTube, on TikTok, and other social media who are recommending 12 to 15-step skincare routines. Well, the truth is that you don't need to undergo a long skincare routine like this to get beautiful, youthful looking skin. And sometimes doing all of that to your skin can be detrimental. We all have a microbiome on our skin, and these are the trillions of bacteria living on the surface of your skin. And we have learned over the last several years that disrupting this microbiome by doing, let's say, too much to your skin can actually be harmful to your skin and may even predispose you to premature aging. So as time has gone on, dermatologists and other skincare experts have looked at less aggressive skincare routines and keeping that skin's barrier healthy and intact. So if you're finding that you're unhappy with the appearance of your skin, if you're getting breakouts, if you've got inflamed skin, take a look at the skincare products you're using. One thing you may want to do is get back to the basics. Basically get rid of all of these different essences, treatments, peels, masks, and just in the morning and evening do a very simple skincare routine. And it basically goes like this. In the morning, you want to cleanse your skin with a cleanser that's appropriate for your skin type. Use a vitamin C serum after that, and then apply a nice sunscreen. And that's it. In the evening, same thing. Gotta cleanse your skin, okay? And then you want to apply some type of an anti-aging treatment, whether it's a retinol, a bakuchiol, growth factor, or peptide cream. And then if you want, apply a moisturizer over that. And that's it. If you want to exfoliate once or twice a week, do that. If you want to hold off to allow your skin to kind of, get back to where it needs to be, feel free to do that as well. If you're unhappy with the appearance of your skin and you're using a ton of products that don't seem to help, then get back to the basics. And then once you have gotten your skin settled down, then you can try experimenting and adding more things on later. Did you know that you can look upwards of 5 years younger in just 2 minutes a day? You don't need to put a ton of products on your skin to look and feel amazing. The Youn Beauty 2 Minutes 5 Years Younger Skincare Bundle is perfect for the busy person who wants glowing skin with the least amount of work. I put these 4 products together just for you. They're made with natural and organic ingredients, great for all skin types, and perfect for all genders. Check out the Youn Beauty 2 Minutes 5 Years Younger Skincare Bundle at younbeauty.com and get over $30 off the individual product price. I guarantee you'll love these products or your money back. It's so funny, I get patients who come to see me for a consultation for a facelift. Now this is like a 3.5 hour surgery, permanent scars, general anesthetic, 1 to 2 week recovery time, and they are ready for a facelift, but they're afraid of Botox. Now Botox is the #1 most popular cosmetic treatment today. Every year over 5 million people undergo injections of Botox or a Botox alternative like Dysport. It probably is the most popular cosmetic treatment in the history of the world, and that is because it actually works. Now, Botox is a neurotoxin. If you inject it into muscles, it basically weakens those muscles temporarily because it prevents the nerve impulses from reaching that muscle. Now, certain muscles can create wrinkles, like the muscles of the glabella area, which is right here, the muscles of the forehead, and the orbicularis muscles that can create crow's feet. These are the 3 most common places that we inject Botox. When Botox is injected into these areas, it causes those muscles then to weaken and not to create those wrinkles like they used to. It lasts about 3 to 4 months and then it wears off. So why are so many people afraid of Botox? Well, the first thing is it is a toxin, okay? It is one of the most powerful toxins in the world. So you don't want to get black market Botox or experimental stuff. You want to get the real thing. And if the real thing is injected by an expert injector, then the chance of you developing a major problem is extremely, extremely, extremely small. And the second thing is a lot of people think that, oh, if I get Botox injected, I'm going to look super weird. I'm going to get these weird eyebrows and stuff like that. And the reality is that can be true if it's injected poorly. If you want to try Botox and you're kind of worried, the place to start would be the glabella, the frown lines here, okay? Then possibly the crow's feet. It's when Botox is injected into the forehead that the eyebrows can really look kind of funky, okay? And so whenever I see patients in my office, they've never had Botox before, they're kind of nervous, I will often stay away from the forehead because that is what can cause their eyebrows to move up and down and have a weird shape if it's not done well, or if it, let's say, migrates more than we want it to. So if you stick with the glabella and the crow's feet, usually you're pretty darn safe that you're going to get a result that hopefully you'll be very happy with. What you eat can have a profound impact on the appearance of your skin. If you follow me for a while, you know that I believe that this is true. Unfortunately, this is not something that is taught in medical school, it's not taught in plastic surgery residency, and I don't know that it's even taught a whole lot in the dermatology residencies either. But more and more we're finding that the foods that you eat can really contribute to things like acne, to rosacea, to eczema, and so many other potential skin issues, and premature aging of your skin as well. And on top of that, there are studies that look at nutritional supplements and how taking certain nutritional supplements can definitely improve the health of your skin as well. Now, there are many, many studies with thousands of patients that do show that taking a collagen supplement every day can improve the quality of your skin and even the amount of collagen in your skin. Now, we lose collagen in our skin approximately 1% every year starting around the age of 20-25. Now, replenishing that collagen can definitely then help with the aging process and how our skin looks as we get older. And I encourage you to take a look at this video right up here where I go over the different foods that can help your skin look younger. I go into detail of why certain foods that you eat can literally turn back the clock in your skin and help you look younger as you get older. And remember, eat real food, use clean skincare, and only consider actual plastic surgery as a last resort.